What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's MightyFan's time, and this is let's see, what is this? This is volume 10 of MightyFan's jersey collecting vlog series. It's been a little while since I had an episode to post for this, or topic, I should say. So this is going to be twofold. The discussion in this video, I'm going to talk about a jersey topic, and I'm also going to talk about some pretty exciting news personally. So we'll get to that second. First, let's get to the jersey topic. And I know clothes trends really is something that comes and goes, as we all know, and there's always gonna be something, and something, people wear things a certain way, and then they wear things another certain way, and it's just too hard to keep up with. That's why I don't keep up with. Now, back in the mid 2000s, the aughts, the 2001 to 2010, I guess. As we know, the jersey boom hit, and at that point, that was the trend. That's what people wore. They wore it not as a collection type of deal, but more as it was pop culture. I mean, musicians, athletes, entertainment. People in the entertainment industry, they wore the jerseys, so everyone else went out and got the jerseys to wear. Of course, that's when Mitchell and Ness became huge, as we all know the story. Now, back then, they made the jerseys big. I mean, they were, for those of you who have the older run Mitchell and Ness jerseys, the USA runs, in some ways, at times, the Korea, like the older run jerseys. Particularly USA. The older USA runs were notoriously big. I mean, they're long, they're big jerseys. You can get a size 52 and it fits like a 56. It's just how it was. I mean, they made them big. People wore them big. Now, when I was in middle school and in high school, I wore jerseys all the time. Of course, back then, it was the replica jerseys. It was the starter and champion, and Nike, whatever, whoever made them back then, I would get. And you always wear them, somewhat big. I mean, you didn't wear them, form fitting. You would wear them where they would have some size to them, where they're kind of draping on you in some ways. So the thing nowadays, when people get a jersey, and it's more for the style more so than anything else, but when they get the jersey, they want it to be so form-fitting. It's almost like they're wearing an Under Armour shirt. It's like they get this jersey, and it's almost like they get it specifically a size smaller than they normally would wear. So it's real tight to them, and I know it's like, you watch the games. I mean, the athletes wear them that way, they're tucked in to their pants or shorts or whatever, so that's just how it is. Well, of course, these people are in shape, or they're just really thin, so you can kind of get away with that. But you get people with some size, we're not going to be able to, like myself, we're not really going to be able to get away with that. Jersey wearing for me, and I consider myself an OG when it comes to the jersey heads, I've always worn my jerseys where they have some kind of like draped. It has some size to it. That they're going to run long. They're going to run a little baggy and big, but I just don't care. I mean, that's how I wear them. That's always how I figured that's how you wear a jersey. You don't tuck it in. You wear it, and it's supposed to be like draped on you. It's supposed to have that, like, room. And that's how I'm always gonna wear them. And I don't care about the trends. I don't care about the trend in clothing, because what's trendy one week is not trendy the next. It's ridiculous. You cannot keep up with it. So nowadays, everything's slim fit, or athletically fit, or this fit, or that fit. It's you notice even the jerseys, the authentic jerseys, like the Majestic jerseys for baseball, the Nike jerseys for football, and I'm sure it's the same way for basketball. I don't think it is for hockey. It could, actually, it probably is, because when you compare the older, even replica hockey jerseys to what they have today, they are a little, thinner in material. So yeah, they do have that kind of, they're thinner in material. They breathe a little better, but they also have that like kind of fit to them. It's almost like they're, they don't have a lot of extra room to maneuver around in at times. You have to like get, usually like a size or so. I usually have to get like a size or so bigger because than I normally would wear, just because just the way they're cut, just the way they are. More so with the football, than anything else, because Nike has like those sleeves. They're a little, I have to get like a 2X instead of a single X at times, because it's just those sleeves. You're just kind of, I don't know, but that's just how they make them. So basically, so I do consider myself an OG. I wear my jerseys the way an OG would wear the jerseys, the way they wore it back in the day, when it was just big and baggy and it just didn't matter. Particularly for a rare jersey. I do not care if I have to get a rare jersey a size or so bigger than I normally would wear, just because it's rare, because I'm a collector, and because I don't mind wearing them loose and baggy and big. That's just how I grew up with them. That's how, when people were wearing them in the Jersey boom, they were wearing them. And a lot of us, got into collecting around that time, or after the Jersey boom. I kind of got into it just after the Jersey boom. Some of the other OG Jersey heads here may have gotten into it during the Jersey boom. And that's just how we wore them. That's how they were worn. So you see people today wearing their jerseys big and baggy, you can tell they were wearing it like that back in the day. And then you get the new age people, wearing them real tight. Well, I mean, that's more of a modern thing, and I'm not hating on it. Believe me, people who are in shape, you can wear things however you want to wear them, okay? You've worked hard, you've earned it. Go ahead and wear your, outfits and jerseys and all real tight and whatever. This is not going to be me anytime soon, unless I'm like, completely dedicated to the gym, But I have a kind of funny story to tell about that. So, during the Father's Day sale this past June, when I went to the Mitchell & Ness store. Now, usually when I go to the Mitchell & Ness store, particularly for the sales, I'll always try to wear an older, rare jersey, something you're not going to see very often, something that you can't go to the store right now and pick up, and hopefully someone else isn't going to come in wearing the same thing. I mean, if it is, hey, kudos to them. But I always try to wear something that stands out a little bit, that, you're just not going to see. It's certainly not something they're selling now. It's an older run jersey, one of the, harder ones, whatever. Just to show my love of it. I'm a Jersey head. This is what I do. And I told this story in a response to one of Big Baby's challenges on Facebook before, but usually when I'm going to the store for a sale, it's like I got that song stuck in the back of my head. The song from the start of Are We There Yet? With Ice Cube and the kids and everything, the holiday movie, family movie. But it's like at the beginning of the movie, there's this kind of song that's running, and he's just getting his Lincoln Navigator. And he's got his Jim Brown jersey on and the Brooklyn Dodgers and everything. And it's that that. I have that song stuck in the back of my head every time. It's almost like it's autoplay. Every time I go to Mitchell & Ness for a sale, and I'm walking to the store, I got that song going in the back of my mind, and I got my older run throwback jersey on with the matching hat, and I just feel like I'm the, You know, yeah, here comes one of the Jersey heads, you know, and I'm just walking. So for the Father's Day sale, I wore my older run Tracy McGrady home white Latino jersey, Toronto Raptors. It's a pretty tough jersey to get. It's one that a lot of people like. So I had that on. I had my matching Raptors hat, and I was in there. Now that's an older run jersey, so it runs a bit long. It's not huge, like a big size, but it just runs long. It's just how it is, you know, the older stuff. So I walk into the store and I'm looking around, I'm looking at different stuff, trying to think of, okay, what do I want to purchase, whatever. I'm just kind of doing my thing in there, right? So I walk past where they had like the NBA shoot-around jackets, and they had like some of the jerseys and the shorts and the NBA section, and it's on the way to the clearance room because I wanted to go in there and see what was in there. And I go in there and I'm going past there, and there's this like. It's like this father and his two kids. It's like one of them looked like he was like in high school. Maybe the other kid, or he almost looked like he was like going to a freshman year in high school or whatever. The other kid was younger. And the older son was putting on an Allen Iverson jersey. I think it was the 97-98. I want to say it was the 97-98 black away jersey. That's one I actually want to get. Still, because that was the first year they wore those. That was when they switched over from their red, white, and blue set to the black and white and red sets that they wore. And that was the first year. And the cut of the shoulder, it was thinner. Like that's before they went to like the longer shoulder area in the jerseys. And you'll notice in the 01. All-Star, the home All-Star, and the 01 Finals Iverson jerseys, they had the elongated shoulder, because that's when they were wearing those. I prefer the shorter ones, but whatever. I do want to get that 01. I want to get both of them, but the one is like not available on the site anymore unless they reissue it, the All-Star, and the 01 Finals. I got to get that because that's one of my all-time favorite Allen Iverson moments when he stepped over Tyronn Lue in the Game one of the finals. The only game the Sixers won that year in the finals, but that was just such a great moment. Maybe Black Friday I can grab it or something. But anyhow, back on track. So the kid was like putting this jersey on, and it looked like it was a size too small, but it was like real snug to him. And he was like saying, "Oh yeah, I think this is good or whatever." Now I think I think the dad and his two sons were from Kansas City because they were wearing like Royals stuff. Now I don't know, maybe they're just Royals fans, but I just got the impression they must be from out of town or whatever because they're all like decked out in their Kansas City Royals stuff. And the kid's got like this Iverson jersey, and the thing looks like an Under Armour, tank top on him. He's got a shirt, and he's got the jersey, and it almost looked like the jersey and shirt were like the same. Part of the same material. That's how thin it was on him. I mean, I should say, tight it was to his frame, and so here's a contrasting picture, right? So you got this, looked like a high schooler putting on this Iverson jersey that looked like it probably was something he would have worn in like early middle school days, fit-wise, and then you got me coming by with my Tracy McGrady, big, baggy, long jersey, and I looked at him, and he's like asking his dad his opinion or whatever, and I look at him, and I don't say this meanly or anything, but I look at it, it's like, I'm like pointing at my jerseys, and I told him, I said, you gotta wear them like an OG Jersey head, you gotta wear them like this is how you wear a jersey, like, don't wear it like, I didn't say this, but I'm thinking, don't wear it like that, wear it like this is how you're supposed to wear a jersey, right? It was like completely like opposite ends of the spectrum, right? He didn't say anything, he like looked at me, I don't even think he knew what I was trying to say, but and I went into the clearance room and I looked at hats, but actually when I went in there I found, no, I just saw the hats. I thought it was a jersey, but it was another time in there I saw a jersey. I I mean, again, you talk about two completely different generations and completely different ways of how we wear our jerseys, right? So anyhow, the point I'm trying to get to in this long about way is that twice in recent months, Mitchell& Ness has done this. Now, they've since reissued them in all sizes, but when they first put them out, Mitchell& Ness is always trying to keep up with the trends, and whatever. I mean, sometimes for better or worse, but that's what they do. When they first put out the Allen Iverson 2001 All-Star jersey, which is the home white Sixers, and it has this little, 2001 All-Star patch on there. When they first put it out, it wasn't available on their website. It was available on some other site. I forget the name of it. I think it was like a shoe store or something like that. I know nothing about shoes, so it could be a big name. I just have no idea. But that's where it was released. It was a limited run. It hit that site. It wasn't Mitchell & Ness. It was some other site. Kind of like when they put out the Sean Kemp All-Star some years ago. It was not a Mitchell & Ness release. It was their jersey, but it was someone else who they partnered with. They put it out. What was it, Packers, shoes, something like that. They put it out, limited run. Same deal with the Iverson, the '01 Iverson. They put this jersey out. It wasn't on MitchellNess.com. It was just on some other site. And I went on the site like early. I didn't think I was going to buy it because it was $300, and I normally don't want to pay retail if I don't have to. But I do like the jersey, so at least I wanted to kind of see. And it was only available. Now, for those of you who don't know, when Mitchell & Ness lists something as an XL in a jersey, it's a size 48. A 52 is a 2X. Now, that's usually the first size that I go into. That's my size of choice, is a 52. I can do a 56 if I have to, but I prefer a 52. So when I saw it only went up to an XL, that means that jersey only went up to a 48. Now, I get it. It's a limited run. It's whatever. But if you're going to make these jerseys, why are you not making them in all sizes? Why are you just limiting it up to a size 48? Why? Because people like wearing them thin, slim fit on them. They don't want to wear the bigger jerseys. They want this tight, walk around like Frankenstein with it. That's what they want to do. So, I mean, okay, whatever. It wasn't going to happen anyhow, so, I'm like, maybe someday they'll just reissue it on their website, which they did, and it sold out before I could really do anything. But it is what it is. Maybe some other day, maybe some other time. But, so, some months later, they made this jersey back in the day. They made his home and away versions of this, the rookie year Kevin Garnett jersey, Minnesota Timberwolves. And some people within the Jersey Head circles have said that the newer one is actually more accurately done than the old one, and that's like wild, right? Because the older stuff is like the best, right? Everyone wants the older stuff, but apparently there's something about the fit, the cut, the this, the that. The people that know more about that than me. Said that one's actually more like the way KG wore it back in the day, or the fabric, or something about it. It was apparently more accurate, or something like that. So they put this jersey out on, this time it was MitchellNess.com. They put it out on MitchellNess.com, and the damn thing only went up to a size 48. And I'm looking at this, and I'm just shaking my head. And the reason that I got really miffed about this was I'm thinking, you know what? All these players that they make multiple jerseys of, like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, I mean, even Allen Iverson, they make multiple jerseys for this certain player. I can see them doing that, up to a 48. But this is Kevin Garnett. They haven't made a Kevin Garnett jersey in so long. And they make the one that everyone wants, right? The rookie road blue with the green and white. It's just a beautiful jersey. It is rookie road jersey, and it goes up to a size frickin' 48. Kevin Garnett himself can't wear that jersey. So if you're going to make a jersey that the athlete himself can't even wear, what is the point of doing this? I don't think Kevin Garnett's slipping into a size 48. He might. I don't know. I don't know him personally. But I would imagine now he's up there. I don't know if he's putting on a size 48. He's probably looking more at a 56. No. So I just got so frustrated. I'm like, is this the direction they're going in? Is all these jerseys only going to be up to a 48? I'm out. I can't buy anything now. I have to just look on eBay now for all the old stuff. I can't get anything new anymore. I was just getting all, worked up over it. And, of course, time goes by and then they reissue it in all sizes. And I'm like, okay, we're good now. But it's like, why? Why are you doing this? It's like you're playing with people who have some size, like me. I mean, I've been a loyal customer of your brand for years, and now you're just we're just going a size below what you can wear. we're gonna really tease you now. It's like, and you know me, I normally wait for the sales anyhow. It's not like I can jump on these things right away. As much as, oh God, I really wanted to with that 01 step over Iverson. Oh my God, I almost did on Fanatics. He was giving his Hall of Fame speech, and I was, the fingers almost went to the buy now button. I don't know. I just, that's just one of those things. And I'm like, damn it, it's Mitchell and Ness. It's not Abercrombie and Ness here, all right? Enough of the size, only going up to the size 48, okay? So that was my kind of little rant, if you will, on that situation. I kind of hope that they're done with that. I mean, it does kind of suck to see a jersey that you really want and they only get it up to a size just before you can go after it, right? If it was up to a 52, all right, I can do a 52. I can't do a 48. But no, it's the trend, and I noticed this. I even saw a Instagram picture of Ben Simmons after he was drafted. He was at the Mitchell and Ness store, I guess a couple weeks later, and he had, I think it was that 97, 98, speaking of that jersey, that Iverson on, and it was like, just right to him, it's... I even put the comment there on Instagram and said, hey, you gotta wear it like an OG jersey. You gotta learn how to wear a jersey. But no, that was my little... I don't know. I don't understand trends in fashion. I really don't. I wear what's comfortable for me. I wear clothes the way they're comfortable on me. I'm not going to follow around what other people are doing. That's just not what I do. I've never done that. I'm never going to do that. But the whole slim fit, it's like we got to wear everything like an Under Armour shirt. It's like, and I see it at the store. When I go to the store, all the employees are wearing whatever they're wearing, and particularly when they're wearing jerseys, and they're always like tight to them. And it's like, I know you're trying to keep up with the fads. But, I mean, this is how you wear it, and I'm just like there with my oversized at times jerseys and just, just like shaking my head, just going, no. But for those out there who wear them like that, that's your prerogative. Go for it. I mean, as long as you're happy doing it, if you're, a jersey head and that's how you wear your stuff, that's up to you. I mean, but I just remember back in the day, and I still wear it the way we wore it back then. I still represent in that way of wearing them the way we wore them. It's just one of those things. But I thought that was kind of funny, so I thought I'd share that. And now, this is what we call a segue. On to the other news, more of a life event for me. Now, I've been talking to you guys for a little while about trying to find another house for myself so that we can get this house on the market next spring and then find a spot for my mom. And then everything's good in the world. We're all happy. So I told you guys a bit ago, I saw a house that I felt was really perfect for me. It's a house, I mean, you know, I really know how to get away, don't I? It's less than a mile away from here. It's but when you find something that's perfect, you know it's perfect. So I found this house not far from here, and it had everything I was looking for. I mean, everything. If I was to pick my place, my own place, I mean, this has always been home for me. But if I was to buy a house for me, just my house, you know, this place would be it. It has a finished basement that is just beautiful. And I just imagine myself how I can turn that into one of the great Philadelphia fan man dens, you know, that you're going to see. I have a lot of envisions of what I want to do. And the rest of the house has everything I want. I mean, the rest of the house is basically, it's a smaller house. I can probably fit this house or that house into this house. It is a smaller house, but it's not too small and it's not too big. It's just right for me. It has a nice, you know, yard. It has nice, you know, patio. It just everything about it kind of says Mighty Fan. You know, it does. When I walked in there, I saw 7 properties that day. That was the first house I walked into, and nothing came close to it after that. All I could think of was that one. I wanted to make a move on that house. I was determined to do it. They wanted more than I wanted to pay. I made an offer. They countered. The money worked out. I mean, the numbers worked out, I should say, for it. So I accepted. And still working out all the details. Still have some, you know, papers to sign and initial and all that comes with it. You know, obviously to be approved for the mortgage, I'm pre-approved, but now you have to be approved. That whole, you know, rigmarole. Go through that. I don't envision too many problems with that. And then, of course, packing all this stuff up here as much as I can to get ready to move. And then move. Now, the settle date is October 28th, which is going to be here before you know it. And the cool thing about that is my favorite holiday, as you guys may or may not know, is Halloween. That's my favorite holiday out of the year. So it's really cool that I'll be able to move to my spot just before Halloween. Now, I won't be able to go crazy on Halloween as I usually do with the decorating. I can't. I will be handing out candy, though, because, you know, I don't want to get that, you know, first bad impression. He doesn't hand out candy. Oh, no. No, Halloween is my favorite holiday, so even though the house will not be as decked out as it will be next Halloween, I will be handing out candy to the trick-or-treaters because, you know, I know what Halloween is, and I don't want to be known as the person that doesn't hand out candy on Halloween. I mean, of all the holidays for me, just I can't screw up. It's that one. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. You know, I'm happy. You know, I'm happy that the place that I felt was perfect for me is the place that I'm going to be able to move into. All signs pointing to it. I really, you know, it's like I said before, when you have your name on a property, you know, that you own this property, you own this part of land, and the structure that comes with it. I mean, it's something that you really can't explain unless you do it. It's a tremendous feeling of pride and just nerves at the same time. You know, it's exciting. I'm anxious about it. I'm nervous about it. It's every emotion you can go through. And I know it's still a long process. I mean, we're talking about still over about a month and a half away now. But I really, really, really look forward to this. And I want to put that house together. I mean, the inside. It's already put together. But I have to put my stamp on it. And I have to create what I want to create inside. You know, I mean, we're talking about, you know, everything that is me is going to be in that house. I mean, I'm a single guy, so there's not going to be any, you know, cutesy, you know, oh, we have to do the drapes this way, or this has to be this way, that has to be. No, no, no. It's what I want. It's what Mighty Fan wants. It's what's going to be in that house. Nothing against, you know, relationships or anything like that. Believe me. I mean, maybe someday I'll be lucky enough to, you know, have that life as well. But believe me, for the first how many years I'm in that place, it's just going to be, it's going to be Mighty Fan's time. And I fully anticipate just, you know, making that place my place, making it my home, my second home. You know, this was and will be my first. I'll always remember this house, but that will be my first, you know, my home. You know, just me. I bought it. I maintain it. I decked it out. I did everything in it. It's me. So I definitely look forward to that. I will definitely have a video, MightyFan's Cribs episode. Once I have it all, you know, when that time comes, when I moved in and everything is, you know, the way I envision it to be, I will definitely give you guys the tour. I might even do it before that, and then after. You'll see the before and after. Like I said, it's a big project. There's going to be a big move that comes with it. I mean, I'm looking around here right now, and I'm going, how in the world am I going to... I got to get a lot of bins. I got to get a lot of bins and a lot of boxes. I mean, my goodness, it's going to be something. But it's all going to be worth it in the end. I really do. I look forward to this. This is something that I knew was right to do. And I know the end game is even better because it gets my mom a good place. We'll find something for her. You know, the worries that she has being in this house will be gone. And in the end, you know, that's important too. You know, you got to take care of your family. And this is one way of doing that. You know, my mom's worried as all get out about this. She she still wonders why I'm doing it now and not waiting until the spring. And I said this repeatedly. I said, when you know the place is right for you, you got to move on it. And if I don't do this, I'm gonna have regrets. Even if I find something really great next year, I'm always gonna have regrets about that one. I didn't want to let it get away, and I did what I could not to let it get away. So like I said, it's a big project upcoming. As far as the pickups go, there's probably not going to be too many. I will have a pickups vid for September. I've actually got a couple things. I'll have that pickup vid for you guys at the end of the month. Probably won't be having much in October. I'll put it this way: the pickup vid for October will be the house. Okay, so you guys can see that. The new home for Mighty Fan's jersey collection. Okay, so that will be the pickup vid. I think that's probably going to be the biggest pickup vid I'll ever have. I'll tell you one thing: November will be tough to top what happens in October. But no, I've been rambling on here for almost 34 minutes. I mean, you know I like to talk. I have the gift of gab, I guess. But I had a lot to say. Again, it's big news for me. This is something that I am very, very happy that I was able to find the right place and to be able to get the right place. Because it's one thing to see them. You know, it's like you're doing window shopping. You know, it's like kind of seeing the jerseys before the sale. You know, it's like, yeah, I want that, but I gotta wait. You know, can I get that? Can I get that? You know, well, this is on a whole much larger, grander scale. You know, going around a house that you're, you know, you say, man, this is perfect, but now can it work? Can the numbers work? How's that going to go? The pre-approval for the mortgage, all this. It's a big process. I mean, for those of you who have already done it, you know what I'm talking about. Big process. It's one of the biggest decisions you can ever make, and it comes with a lot of a lot of steps. But you know, certainly it will be well worth it in the end. And I bored you guys enough, so that's going to do it for now. Thanks to all of you for hanging in there with me for about 35 minutes of your time. I always appreciate it. I'm glad you guys enjoy this series, enjoy these videos. Of course, the Season of the Fan series continues on this week, week 2 in the NFL. My Eagles are 1-0, so it's always good to see them get off to a good start. And I'm excited about that too. It's still just imagining myself watching the games. The new place. It even has green paint down in the basement. That's how I kind of knew too. Okay, it's got one of my primary colors for one of my teams. You can see that in the back there. You know the the windsock back there. Yeah, I mean green is certainly a color that I like. So that was kind of a telltale sign too. But anyhow, that's going to do it for now. Volume 10 of Mighty Fans Jersey Collecting Vlog Series. I'm glad you guys enjoy this series. I'll have more as long as there's other topics to talk about. There'll be other parts, episodes, or whatever, volumes, whatever you want to call it for this series. That is going to do it. Boy, this thing's going on 36 minutes. Okay. Big shouts, as always, to all my subscribers, to my fellow Jersey heads out there, all my family, friends, fellow DVR members, anyone I'm forgetting. As always, this is Mighty Fan saying peace. I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, everyone, take care.